Hello everyone, in this video we are going to talk about the hyphens. We are going to learn for what do we have to use them, also how to diagram them and to label them. Ready? Let's begin. First of all, for what do we use the hyphen? Well, hyphens are used to link words. They glue words together. That's the main purpose. These words can be two or more words linked. For example, the word mother-in-law. There are three words in mother-in-law and each one of them is united with a hyphen. Another example will be left-handed. Left-handed into a sentence will be I am a left-handed person. In this case, left-handed is working as a single idea, and it is also an adjective. We can use the hyphen also to clarify something and to avoid confusion. For example, the words recreation, that is different from the recreation without a hyphen. The first one, recreation with a hyphen, means to create something again, while the other, recreation without a hyphen, means entertainment. Well, now that we know the theory, we are going to start with the grammar analysis, the labeling, and also the diagramming. Well, the first example is his future mother-in-law, who likes him so, is going to leave him as if he were her son when he meets her daughter. We are going to start diagramming with the main clause that his future mother-in-law is going to love him is the main clause. We have to diagram mother-in-law as the subject, but it is a compound noun. His is a possessive pronoun and it goes under the noun or the subject. Future has to go also under the subject because it is the adjective. Is going to love is the verb and it is in future simple. Future going to. Him is our indirect object, that is why it goes under the verb. But him is also an object pronoun. Now we have to diagram the other part of the sentence. It says who likes him so, and we have to diagram it under the subject like this. Who likes him so is a relative clause. It is a relative clause because it begins with a relative pronoun. This relative pronoun is working as the subject. Likes is the verb and it is in simple present. Him, as the other example, is our indirect object and it is an object pronoun. And so is our adverb. The other part of the sentence is as if he were her son. This part of the sentence goes diagram under the verb in the main clause. It's a subordinating clause because it begins with a subordinating conjunction. Then in the diagram we start with he, that is the subject and it is a personal pronoun. Then we have the verb, that it is a linking verb. It is in simple past. That's why we have the slash. Then we have the predicate noun. Remember that when we have a linking verb, we have to put a predicate noun or predicate adjective. In this case, it's a predicate noun because son is a common noun, and her, that is a possessive adjective. The last part of the sentence is when he meets her daughter. This goes under the verb were. It's a subordinating conjunction to. That's why it's a subordinating clause. He is the subject, meets is the verb in simple present. Then we have the direct object, that is daughter, is a common noun. Then we have the possessive adjective her. This sentence has one main clause, one relative clause, and two subordinating clauses. That's why it's a compound complex sentence. because it has one main clause and at least two subordinating clauses. Our next example is the next sentence. Left-handed people have to readapt their habits in schools that only owns one-side tables in order to achieve better learning. So we are going to start diagramming with the main clause. The main clause is left-handed people have to readapt their habits in schools. People is the subject. Left-handed is their adjective. Have to readapt is the verb. Have to is the modal and readapt is the verb. Then we have the direct object, habits. Under habits we have to put there and in schools. There is the possessive adjectives and in schools the prepositional phrase. In is the preposition and schools is the object of the preposition. Then we have to put under the subject the next part that only owns one-side tables. This is a relative clause because it begins with a relative conjunction. Owns is the verb and it is in simple present. Under owns we have to put only, that is the adverb. Then we have to put the direct object, that is tables, and it is a common noun. And one side we have to put it under tables because it's an adjective. The last part of this sentence is in order to achieve better learning. This is a subordinating clause because it begins with a subordinating conjunction, is in order to. Then we have a tripod that goes with an infinitive phrase. This infinitive phrase is achieve, but we have in between parentheses to because it is an ellipsis. Then we have as an object of the infinitive learning, that it is a noun, and then we have better, that is our adjective, and it has to be under the object of the infinitive. In this case is learning. This is a complex sentence because it has a main clause and as one subordinating clause. Now we're gonna do a small review. This was the hyphenated words we saw during this video in both examples. The first one was mother-in-law. This was a noun. So was an adverb. Left-handed was an adjective. Readapt was the fourth, and we see that it was a verb. And the last one was one-sided. This word was an adjective. That was all for today. I hope that you really liked this video, that it was useful. Thanks for watching mostly, and if you have any doubts, just go ahead with the theory part. That was all. Thank you.